Alcoholics were working on the ESP and the Brothers Ain't Laughing No More song that I'd heard you on much later, even though it was recorded, soon after this. But after playing Play Like a Piano, Brothers Ain't Laughing, doing stuff with the licks, doing all these different things, what happened with Atlantic leading into It Ain't Funky No More? What was going on?
Oh, wow, damn. A lot of what happened on Atlantic, man, was our doing. I didn't really get that much support. I mean, I got a chance to go in the studio, get the records out, but like when it came to like tour support, marketing dollars as far as getting songs on the radio, I didn't get very much support. And I remember we took money out of our own pockets and hired a radio dude. I think we gave him like 10 grand, something like that, to promote LA Posse and promote my stuff. And I think homie got us like 30 stations. So we was doing most of the work, and we looking at Atlantic like, bro, like y'all not even helping out. Like, but you know how like they wasn't into promoting every act. They were, whoever was leading the pack, we're gonna put the dollars to them, and the rest of y'all just make it however y'all can. If y'all catch on, y'all catch on. So once we did that, they actually kind of got mad at us for promoting our own music, and they kind of got a little mad, and basically kind of told us to chill. Like, we like chill, and I'm doing this stuff. I remember I went on tour with Two Live Crew and EPMD. I didn't even have a tour bus. I didn't get no tour support, no nothing. And for the first, I didn't even get to last the whole tour because I had to pay after every show to fly us to the next city because we didn't have a tour bus. They wouldn't give us no tour support. And we begged them for it. Like, I'm promoting this album. No, that's not in the budget. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. And so through the grapevine, you start hearing stories about like, they up there, they scared of N.W.A. because that's why D.O.C. is he's getting everything because they scared them dudes is gonna come up into their office and act a damn fool. So, I kind of get the bright idea of, oh, is that what it is? They scared of that type. So one day I went up into the office and I went from office to office and I pretty much spoke my mind very candidly to everybody. The one thing that was kind of crazy though was like Sylvia Rhone kind of liked me. But still, I was like, I'm not even looking for you liking me. I'm like, I need y'all to promote my records. I need y'all to do this. I need y'all to do. So, it's not happening. And at the same time, I'm hearing cats in my ear. I was friends with Gerald Busby's son. Gerald Busby used to run like Motown. I was friends. His son Chris used to promote clubs. I was at every club out here, like no problem. Like, and then I was just like, you know what? Wise Guys album came out afterwards. They didn't really put no money in the Wise Guys. They didn't put no money in the LA Posse. And I kind of just seen it as like a dead. I think I was kind of like, yo, this is dead, like to me. Like, I don't know. So there was other labels that was courting me. But they would all say, like, we can't make you an offer because you're still signed to another label. We can't do that, And so I'm like, okay. Well, I got an elaborate scheme where I'm going to get myself off the label. I don't even, if y'all not going to support me and stand behind my music and everybody's telling me this and why they ain't doing this for you and why you ain't getting this and that, which, really in hindsight, I wish I would have had a manager. I really didn't have a manager. Big Dad was kind of like the manager, but not really, And I wish I had somebody who was, was a manager that was versed in the business that would have told me, yo, chill. Like, look, your time is going to come. It don't work like this. It doesn't work like that. So, I kind of gave Sylvia a call. And I was just like, and it was crazy. I could still remember the phone call like it was yesterday. And I remember she got on the line and her first thing she said, she's like, hey, Breeze, baby, you ready to do your next album? And I was like, no, actually, I'm not. And actually, I don't even want to be on the label no more. And actually, I think I'm going to quit rapping. I don't even want to rap no more. So, I would appreciate it if you can sign a release for me and release me from my obligation. And the phone just went silent for like about a minute. And then she came back and she said, are you sure? Are you sure that's what you want to do? And I'm like, yeah. And I had 2 deals on the table, one from MCA, one from Motown, and I got a third offer from Capitol lined up. Well, then that's when I really figured out how the music business works, because once you say something to somebody as powerful as Sylvia Rhone is, you think that you're just going to skip into the next door? No, bro. Phone calls was made and stuff starts shutting down. When I had a deal, I no longer have a deal. I got a deal at Capitol. I no longer have a deal. The only thing that I could have still pulled off was the Motown deal. But the dude that was walking my project in, Jonathan Clark, he used to manage the Good Girls. Some kind of scandal happened with him. He got fired, and then there went my deal at Motown. So it's like, and then, stories start popping up like, oh, no, old girl is shutting you down from anything. You're like, you think that you're going to leave her and just go to another label? It don't work like that, bro. These are umbrellas. It just don't work like that. So I just started getting shut down. And I had 3 deals and all 3 of them shut down. So then it was just like, well, I mean, I still want to do music. So like, hey, man, let's just come out with our own joint. Like, whatever it is, And then we came up with the whole Hollywood and Vine records. And we came out with the song It Ain't Funky No More. And that's when the Brand New Heavies was a band that I used to love bumping their music. And they had a song that where we got the beat from. And we ended up, recording the song up at our office on Hollywood and Vine, and shot the video in Hollywood, and we just put it out. Got a sponsorship through Reebok to do it. That's why a bunch of Reebok clothes was worn in there, and the Reebok sign got showed at the end, and it was cool. I mean, it was kind of short lived. I mean, because like realistically, we didn't really know what we were doing, and it was like half the I was still young, man. And it was like, I kind of got, after a while, I ain't gonna lie, like right after that, I kind of just became like disengaged from it all. And that business part of it, because I always tell people this day, it's music business. And guess what? Business is a way bigger word than music, because it's way more of business than just music. That's why some of these whack dudes out there are so popular, because they business is on point. So I kind of like just got disenchanted with the whole thing. And then like after that, I think I recorded some more records, and I think I put out, like, I was supposed to put out this EP. I can't remember if we ever put it out or not, but I know we had the songs for it. But I kind of phased off of it, and I didn't do nothing for years. Like I just shut down, just even doing anything for years.
Well, what you're saying that is interesting, because when you weren't on the Trifling album, that was the first album you weren't on, but then you were on For Life with Freestyle Ghetto. So I was kind of trying to figure out what was going on. So
yeah, well, I mean, the Freestyle Ghetto, once again, that was just one of them songs. Like, that was like, whenever they got something going on, like, hey, call Breeze. Like, and that was like that was a really competitive record, because that was Xzibit started off the record, but that was before Xzibit was Xzibit. Me and Xzibit was going out on tour with King T, and Xzibit was like a hype man for like King T. And then the Alcoholics was in there. So it was really like, okay, like, ooh, let's go. Like, I mean, this is my arena. Let's get it going. So I mean, I love whenever it was like, collab records with the crew now.
Yeah. But also on the name Fuck You No More, those disses are a lot less subliminal. They were a lot easier to figure out. Those were a lot easier to figure out. But I was surprised though that there were you dislike so many people. So why did you, instead of being narrow in your focus, you just let 20 artists have it or 20 people have it?
Well, because it was at that point. I mean, you got to think at that point, I was just fed up. I was fed up at that time. Like, okay, you stopping my grind. Y'all putting out lies about me. Dudes started coming out with names that was close to my name. It's like, and then like the whole thing with the when I said too close to my name, chump, and I was talking about who I was talking about, I only said that because every time I got, like that wasn't like, he ain't never did nothing to me, but like, I remember everybody used to call me MC Breed. I'm like, no, my name's not MC Breed. My name is Breeze. Like, oh, wait, that's Breeze? Oh, wait, you mean No Future in your front? I'm like, no, that's not me. And like, and that was one of those, okay, let me set the record straight. And I remember, this is a crazy thing. I remember I did a show with him at the Water Tower, the Water Gardens Water Tower, somewhere out there in Santa Monica. And he was on the show with me. And I remember we met each other for the first time. And he said, what did he say to me? He was like, oh man, hey man, we be knocking your stuff out. And I think he's from Flint, Michigan. Man, we be knocking your records, man, blah, blah, blah. You know what? But it's crazy. Everybody can be confusing you with me. I was like, no, they confuse you with me. And then then after that is when, from that day when he said, they be confusing you with me. And I'm like, no, they confuse you with me. That's how that line came up. And that was one of those, ooh, that's going to be put into something later on and blah, blah, blah. And all the hammer thing and all that. That was just one of them. Like, I'm just, I'm with all the smoke right now. Like, I'm just at that point where I'm just fed up, And it wasn't no dancing. It wasn't no nothing. It was a bunch of dudes walking down the alley and tie up beanies and stuff like that. It's like, it was just something that I was just totally just trying to get away from what was, just because, I was fed up at that point.
Be sure to check out the History of Gangster Rap by Soren Baker. He's official.
History of Gangster Rap features exclusive interviews with Ice-T, Snoop Dogg, MC Ren, the D.O.C, and dozens of others. The History of Gangster Rap, a definitive look at how Los Angeles changed rap forever.
In Los Angeles, the streets definitely set the tone of the hip-hop music.
At 19, I got a $50,000 car.
My whole angle always was, I'll be street, but I will always tell you the horrors that go along with this life.
There will be penalties and casualties for just wearing the wrong color in somebody's neighborhood.
And once gangster rap made it from the streets to the TV, the genre exploded.
With Fab 5 on Yo MTV Raps with N.W.A.
Yo MTV, it just catapulted us from being local heroes to national gangbang rappers.
The History of Gangster Rap discusses it all from 1980 up till today.
It's always gonna be shit happening in the streets. You know what I mean? So it's always gonna be something to talk about.
The History of Gangster Rap in stores now.